I do appreciate the Republicans being straightforward about the fact that the Epstein files are a completely unserious joke and that in reality they have no actual interest in the subject. Obviously, why would Republicans be like ideologically anti-pedophilia? You know, that would be completely incongruent with their prior behavior. Yeah, someone in chat said this. I didn't realize they were being serious. The House Judiciary GOP breaking Epstein files released, and it links to Rickroll. That's like the level of seriousness that we're talking about here. It's the House Judiciary GOP account. It's not like a random conservative or whatever. Again, like the pretense here, the reason that they keep going on about this, even though we already have the Epstein files, the information's already out there. We already have the flight logs. This is all already known. We know Trump and Epstein were close friends. The only reason they're still going on about this is because they like to benefit from the conspiracism, to keep the Epstein files as this like big event, you know? They did this, I said this earlier this stream, but they did the same thing with the JFK files, right? Trump pledged that he was going to release the JFK files and the MLK Jr. files. What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. There was no information. They just like keeping everyone caught in a permanent cycle of like spectacle and conspiracy and interest. You know? Oh, the House Judiciary GOP also tweeted this and deleted it later. This is from 2 years ago. I should ban you. I should ban you. You've wasted my time. You've derailed me. I hate you. We saw Pam Bondi talk to Jesse Waters, and Pam Bondi was like, yeah, we're going to release those Epstein files. It's going to be big. We're just redacting information. And they're doing this in the most like overtly theatrical way possible, which is they printed out these Epstein files phase 1 sheets of paper and put them on the front of empty binders and handed them out to some right-wing e-celebs. So we have Chaya Raichik, aka Libs of TikTok, Liz Wheeler, Jack Posobiec, and DC Drano. Literally, like no government affiliation, just 4 fascist Twitter users. Probably they were the ones chosen because this is being fronted by Elon. Those binders are completely empty. Yeah, they literally set up a photo shoot for it. That was the purpose of this. Deeply unserious. Can you, I normally I try not to go for like the moralizing angle. Can you imagine having been a victim of child sex trafficking yourself and seeing the way this administration treats it? We know, of course, that Trump and Epstein were friends. We know that the Republican class of politicians and pundits is filled with pedophiles, misogynists, wife beaters, domestic abusers, whatever. We know all of this. We also know that during Trump's first term, he was begged by anti-sex trafficking advocacy groups to shut the fuck up because by flooding the subject with conspiracism, it actually makes it way harder to actually determine whether or not sex trafficking is taking place. Didn't Elon do the same thing with the Twitter files? Yes, they always do this. Again, the only actual goal of this administration is to rape you to death. That's all they want to do. Literally and metaphorically. They want to take all of the collective wealth in this country and extract it and hand it over to like 5 people. And they would like to do as much pedophilia as possible along the way. That's all they care about. They're just evil, you know? But nobody wants that. Nobody besides them, of course. So in order for the voters to keep voting for them, they need misrepresentations, they need distractions, they need narratives. And the best thing that they can do, and Trump literally did this in his first term as well, and they've done this the entire time leading up to this. Remember in the lead up to Biden's election, this culminated in January 6th, by the way, to show you how much hysteria it built to. But remember how all of the conspiracies they threw out there about the election being stolen, every day a new lie, every day it was disproved. Court case after court case after court case failing over and over, but it didn't matter. And most Republicans today believe the election was stolen. Why? Because nobody gives a fuck about truth. It's just about overwhelming people with the constant up and down cycle of interesting things happening, of look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, flood the information channels. This is a known strategy of theirs. This was probably pushed by Elon. Likewise with the House Judiciary GOP account, rickrolling people, saying the Epstein files were they. I mean, this is supposed to be like the deep state sex trafficking conspiracy that ropes in people at every level of society, and they're talking about it like this. They know they're lying and don't care about it. They are fully aware of the fact that all of this is being done as for bread and theater. Rickrolling like 2004 behavior. I'm telling you, it was Elon Musk. Elon Musk either directly sent this tweet or pressured them to say it because he said it would be hilarious. He walked in to the staffing office where they control the account with his tech support t-shirt underneath the ill-fitting blazer, and he was like, I think it'd be really funny. Trump said that I could tell you, so say that the Epstein files released, but okay, so when you're good at computers, you can make a link look like a different link. So we're gonna go to tinyurl.com, and okay, so there's a YouTube video I want you to look up, and so on. I guarantee you. Then he laughs at his own joke. Yeah, he's like he's trying to like not burst out into laughter the entire time, more or less. Anyway, it's completely unserious. Obviously. I mean, you already knew that. You don't need me to tell you that. I don't really know what to do about this level of misinformation. You will still to this day earnestly find a huge number of conservatives argue that Trump has no affiliation with Epstein. You know? Like, it's, unfortunately, this is an information environment, and the only way to win when the opposition is this dishonest is just overwhelming control. Conservatives must never be allowed to control media again. Sorry. You had your chance. Sorry! The adults are at the table. Yeah, lying is just too OP. It just is. It's just, I'm sorry, you know? It's just, if all the entire billionaire class, the entire oligarch class unites behind a common narrative of aggressive disinformation, that's a very powerful combination. I'm sorry, I just don't think you should get to control media. You just have to stop lying. I don't want civilization to be destroyed by you guys. I just think that civilization and human life, all human life, not just one individual human life, all human life is more important than your guys' right to lie all the time. I'm sorry, I know, radical proposition. It's difficult. Conservative commentators pose with Epstein files binders after AG Bondi promises docs release. And we're having like a little photo op where they all get like empty binders with the Epstein files phase 1 printed on it. Here's DC Drano, that's a Twitter user. Here's Jack Posobiec, Nazi. I think DC Drano is too. Oh, they're giving all the Twitter Nazis a little empty binders to show off in a photo op. Trump is going to be redacted and all that. No, he's not going to be redacted. He's already known. He's already known to be a friend of Epstein. They just pretend that it's not. Like, I know it must be very frustrating for the debate-oriented of us, right? Who are like, finally a comeuppance. Now the people will realize that actually Trump is the pedophile. They know, and they're fine with it. They literally brought Andrew and Tristan Tate over. Child sex traffickers. I've heard they were deleting files related to Epstein. Well, they were pretending that the Biden administration had deleted files relating to Epstein, probably as an excuse to. They're wavering because they're just looking for like a social media drop. There's no real information is going to be leaked. No, there's not going to be a big turnaround. There's not going to be like a big drop. There's not going to be any cool, interesting information to come out of it. Okay, they're just looking for an opportunity. I guarantee you that it's literally going to be like, we've discovered hitherto unknown information by perusing these secret files that we recovered after the Biden administration tried to delete them. We found Bill Clinton was in Epstein's little black book. That's right. Former Democratic two-time president Bill Clinton was on the flight logs. We knew that already. That's the bit. Thank you. That's what we're going to get. The binders read declassified, but it was not immediately clear whether the information contained in the binders ever had been classified. There's nothing in there, man.
Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now.
Today is tomorrow, by the way. Today is tomorrow. It's 2:28 p.m. Eastern time. Today is tomorrow. This was yesterday.
Now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence
already have
from
the
when
flight
he
logs.
Recorded? Because he had all of his homes.
We already have recordings of him saying that he was Trump's closest friend for a decade.
Wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
So they have nothing. You can tell by her body language. And I'll do the like armchair psychology. By the way, this is a person who has nothing to present. Like literally, haven't you been in this situation? Like, oh yeah, my class project. Oh yeah, you know, it's coming along really well. They have nothing. It's not even a matter of them like wanting to protect Donald Trump or anything. It's just like the information against Donald Trump is already out there. It's publicly known, you know?
Okay, well, we'll
Along
look
with
for
his
that.
co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for
He
sure.
sure did.
Really? The billionaire, ultra connected sex trafficking pedophile who had ties to like foreign governments and domestic officials, the one who has a known co-conspirator who's been arrested? Okay.
We're hearing reports that there was an investigation opened into James Comey, who may have thrown honeypots at Donald Trump back in the 2015, 2016.
All right, this is a different thing. Yeah, I don't know. They keep trying to make the Epstein files into a big... Okay, remember what they did with JFK? Remember when, because they brought RFK Jr. on board for the Trump cabinet, they were like, and we're going to release the JFK files. And then like day one of Trump's administration, he signed an executive order releasing the JFK files, and then nothing happened. Because there was nothing. There was no information. There was nothing. It's just an empty bid to appeal to conspiracy theorists. That's it. It's the exact same as like letting RFK Jr. loose on the anti-vaccine shit. Why do they gas up the Epstein files? Because it's literally the deep state conspiracy. It's literally like, here is a highly connected Jewish, mind you, they love that, pedophile and sex trafficker who's been close to Democrats and Republicans, but like, let's not focus on that. He's like the deep state. He's got connections everywhere. You know, pedophile. Blood drinking, whatever the... It's like every crazy conspiracy that you can... Epstein was Jewish? Epstein? It's like every crazy conspiracy that you can lump together. Yeah, private island, adrenochrome, everything you can put together. And so they're just desperately signaling to it. They did the same thing with JFK, you know? It's just, remember? Distraction, 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 distraction. Remember? That's their job. They don't have anything. I mean, they don't have anything that's already publicly known. They had anything really interesting, they would be hyping it up way the fuck more. Chat wondering why the Trump admin is doing this distraction bit when the economy is about to crash. Yeah, literally. It's like, come on, you know? You're gonna... This is the whole point. Like, they want to create this giant cloud, this miasma. When the economy gets hit hard, they're going to say, like, oh, the reason why we're getting reciprocal tariffs right now is because all of the Epstein connections in foreign countries are using their state power to retaliate, you know? Donald Trump is the lone warrior fighting back against the global deep state, you know, the new world order. And they're doing it because he's the one who broke the pact. They were all supposed to stay quiet about Epstein, but Donald Trump was the one who broke that information.